Jermaine,
Yes.
thank you for coming here today and taking your time out and speaking with us. Would you like to introduce yourself,
Thank
please?
you for thanking me. I'm Jermaine. I'm 25. I'm from Houston.
All right, cool. We're going to get straight into it. Tell me a bit about yourself. Tell me a bit about you growing up and what it was like to grow up in Housden.
Okay. A bit about me. I was always an outgoing guy. I was always outgoing. I believe I was always friendly. I was always hanging around the wrong crowd. I was always being a naughty guy. But obviously, me growing up, it's not a hard question.
You take a moment. We want it as real as can be.
Yeah,
We want it as real.
it's tough, fam, because it was hard, didn't it? Grew up in foster care, ran away from foster care to go live with my mum, and then started to get to know my mum, but it was a power struggle with me and mum, because obviously you don't know her, she don't know me. Then I'm going to school, trying to be independent, trying to fit this image, this appearance, this appearance of being strong and being tough and that. It was tough growing up in Housden. Didn't really understand myself. I didn't really look for myself, like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's now we're starting. Now
Yeah.
feels like we've warmed up already and we're good to go. So we talk about not understanding ourselves. We're not really going to talk about primary school because I feel like back then when we were younger, we're still understanding ourselves and trying to learn about ourselves. But let's talk about secondary school. And you touched upon, you know what, maybe I was hanging with the wrong crowds. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, definitely. From the first day of school, I remember it like yesterday. It was like we all had our set groups. Just chilling with Thomas. I mention names. Can I mention names in that? Am I allowed to? Fuck it. We're chilling with Slot, Thomas and that. And he had like one of the bad reputations in our year, in year 7. And it was just like, we just started kicking it off from then. And then, I just got distracted.
Tell me a bit about this distraction. What distraction are we talking about? How, on what level, on what scale?
Being a bad man, innit?
Okay.
Being a bad man, just trying to fit in. Obviously I'm from the ghetto, I'm from Housden, you know how Housden is. So it's like trying to not be a product of my environment whilst subconsciously being a product of my environment. Just being like, this is Housden, I gotta be tough, I gotta be a bad man. No one can't take me for no dickhead. Do you understand? Like,
so you're looking back on it now and saying, you know what?
Yeah.
I was the bad man, being the bad man, but am I a bad man? Is that life even glamorous, or was it just what we were accustomed to and you thought, I have to, if I don't portray this, I'm going to end up like that guy there who gets slapped up on it, and we can't have that. So I have to portray some form of, all right, I can hold my own. Or I'll be saying that was actually me.
Yeah, do you know what?
Or a bit of both.
Do you know what? I've come to realise that my childhood did add to that. It did, what's the word I'm looking for? Contribute to my mindset at the time. Growing up in foster care, not knowing my mum and that, running away from my nan's house to go live with my mum and that. Like, me just wanting to be me. I grew up in my nan's house and everything. She was my nan, but she was also my foster carer, innit? So I had foster brothers and foster sisters, and it was like, everyone's telling me what to do. Everyone's telling me how to be. Everyone's telling me you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be this, you need to act like this, you need to act like that. So when I started living in Housden, when I started living with my mum, it just started being like, no, I want to do what I want to do. I want to be who I want to be. And then I was around the wrong crowd. I was in Housden, so I think all of that contributed. But you're right. I can't be looking like a dickhead. Do you understand? I can't be out here being taken for a prick, and it's that kind of image that man has to portray. So like people don't mess with me and all like that, or people don't try to find time to waste my time to waste. You get it? And I wasn't really focused on who I am or what I want to be when I grow up.
So we're just saying it's almost like just surviving.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever I can to survive, and no one's not going to tell me how to do it. I'm going to do it. And if my way is wrong, okay, hopefully it doesn't take me down a deep, deep wrong path, but I'll learn from it because I'm wise enough to say, you know what, cool, I get it. So talk to me, how did you get into acting?
Okay, so this is a mad story. First time I ever started acting, I was in year 10. There was a big Echo audition in South London, new drama series, get me everyone from the ends come and audition. I got picked out of like hundreds of people that went to audition to be one of the leads. And then we filmed a couple of episodes. We started linking up episodes in Greenwich.
Yeah.
So I'm taking 2 trains, one to Baker Street or off Circus, changing all the way to Greenwich. One of them when I was younger. Every Saturday, so we linked up every week. It was like online drama school. Not online drama school, I'm lying. It was an online drama series that we wanted to create for ourselves independently. It didn't really reach there. We filmed like 5 episodes. 5 worth of episodes, and then it got to the editing and it never released. It never got released. And so that was when I was like 14. That's when I started, and then it was just like a joke thing. Like, I didn't really think, raw, like my life's gonna be, am I gonna be an actor?
Yeah.
Stopped that when I was like 14, 15, and went back to the roads. And then my mum passed away, and then I thought, raw, like I gotta do something. I'm creative. I can act. I can rap. I can dance. I can draw. I can do all of these things. Let me be an extra. Let me be extra. Let me make some quick money. I'm here by myself now. Mum passed away. I'm not really close with my family. What do? Let me be extra. Quick money. I got a good face. I know how to dance. Get me. I know how to do all of that. So my first extra job, I applied to Yardi. I remember the line. It was an open audition, innit, for Yardi to be an extra and to be a part of the agency. I'm telling you, bro. The line took over the whole road. You see Church Road here? The line would have come back from the top all the way down to the community centre.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Okay.
Bro, all full of black people. It was amazing. Like, I stood there, I got there, and I was like, no way. I've never seen so many people in one place act accordingly, except for like Carnival. You know, like that.
And even that, it's a bit.
You get it? It's a bit wild, you know, like that. So it was nice to see, but fortunately, one of my mentors, my own mentors, she was at the front of the queue. And I'm like, yo, let me slide in with you. So we sliding together, we got in together, took my name, took photos, all of that, got picked for Yardi, extra. But we want you on the agency as well.
Yeah.
So then I started meeting people on set. I did Yardi, I did Star Trek, Star Wars, I think. I did a couple of extra jobs, and I met 2 people on set, and then they introduced me to 2 youth theatres that I still go to now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it started.
So we're taking it slow. We're looking at him saying, you know what? I'm growing up in school and I'm this bad boy. Cool. Whether it's me or whether it's my image, it's what I'm living. Okay. And then we're moving on and we're saying, you know what? There's an online series. The man and I are part of it. What? I want to be in the front of the camera. What? Like, this is the life we used to live. Like, things like that. We've got to be involved in it. Even if I'm not good at it, I've got to be involved in it some way. You've got to see my face just run. But cool, I've done my bit. But you're saying, no, I'm going in there to do something proper. It didn't manifest to what you wanted it to be. But you had a buzz for it. You enjoyed it. You said, you know, all right, maybe. Cool. What I want to know is, talk to me about your mum passing. Because I feel like for you, or for me listening already, I'm saying that was the click. That was when you're saying, you know what? Before, I wanted this independency and I didn't have it. Now I've got it, but the circumstances in which I've got it in, maybe I don't want that. But I've got to do this life now. And I feel like for me, that's when it clicked. And you know, maybe I can take this drama thing seriously. And the proof's in the pudding. We haven't even touched on where you're at yet, but we know that you started something good. So talk to me, how did you feel when your mum passed? And talk to me about that, what was going on at the time.
It's mad because it all came so fast. The story, I'm still yet to tell people, but the story is I lost my mum, I lost my house, and I lost my girl all in the same month, that November, December 2016. I remember it like it was yesterday. I went home, for some reason, police was waiting for me. I got arrested. I had a sickle cell crisis on the spot because it was out of the blue. It's a long story. Out of nowhere, I got arrested. On my way to the police station, I'm having a crisis. Can't move. You know how crisis works. If you don't know, do your due diligence. But basically sickle cell.
Explain it for those that might not know. Go on.
Yeah. Sickle cell is cells in my body that are shaped as a half moon. So that's why they're called sickle cell. They don't produce the amount of oxygen and blood that a normal cell will do. So I'm deprived of that. And whenever I'm stressed or whenever I'm working too much or whether I'm too cold or too hot, those cells will stick together in my arteries and my veins and they'll cause pain in it. Pain like, you know, like they say it's up to like pregnancy pain, but I would never know. You know, like that. But yeah, and it's all in the joints. And like, just imagine a part of your body being deprived of oxygen and blood. To get it, not flowing no matter what. But yeah, like that's sickle cell. So I'm having a crisis in handcuffs. They've called the ambulance. Ambulance have come. They've assessed the situation, taken me to hospital. Police have come, followed me to hospital, taken my statement in A&E. I got admitted, went to the ward. Who do I see? My mum's best friend. My mum's best friend. Oh, I heard they said you got admitted. I just wanted to let you know your mum's downstairs in a coma in ICU.
Wow.
Mad. Bro, that's the story. And I don't really tell people because obviously, you know, like I'm still healing from things I don't talk about. But that's what happened. And the next 2 weeks, I was going down every day to see her. And I've never seen her like that before. Wires all over her. It was mad. Bro, it was mad. Next week, she passed. And next week, obviously, they came to my house, innit, for some reason. I lost the house. So next week, she passed. I moved into her house, took over her tenancy. And then there was some problems with me and my girl, and you get me called it quits. So November to December, that like the middle, like 20th, 19th of November to like the 25th of December, which is Christmas. That year was very, very brazy for man. But that's what switched. I lost. You know what they say? Things like happen in threes. So man lost my mum, my girl, my house, and I thought like, yeah, something needs to change. And now look,
100%.
You know, like that.
100%.
Yeah. That's how it started though, yeah.
Damn.
Trust.
Because I was saying, I suppose that's one of the positives I think of growing up in Harsden and Brent. When certain things arise, it tests your character and it tests you as a person, and it separates the strong from the bad and the good from the evil, I suppose. Because I'm looking at it and I'm saying that there, a lot of people folding. I can't do this life anymore. It's been good, but yeah, I can't do this. Or we're looking at a negative path. I'm going to be on the road 24s, yeah. Because I've been doing this. This is what I know. I've just held 3 L's back to back. What? Quickly, bang, bang, bang. So for me, I'm saying, yo, it's time. I'm greasy with this. I don't care about anyone, and you can get it. No, not you. You said, you know what? I've done wrong. I hold my hands up. I did that. Whatever I did in the past, I did that. But now, I'm gonna change my life, and I'm gonna do it for the better. So we're getting into acting now, and that's what's changed. Everything that's happened in your life has really, really kicked it on. Did you always want to be an actor, though?
I never knew what I wanted to be. I just knew that I was creative. I was being forced to be a doctor when I was younger, so I knew that wasn't going to happen. I knew I was never going to be a doctor. So I never really knew what I wanted to be until I started doing it. Yeah, I even started rapping at one point.
Okay.
I was making tunes, releasing them on YouTube like some artists.
You said, how did that go? You saying couple bangers in there?
No, bro. There was a couple shit tunes. I won't even lie to you.
So we can't tell the people to give it a quick listen.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. If you do come across a couple of them, I was like 15. I was like 15, 14 in the booth.
Hopefully we'll make sure we get his YouTube name at the end, and we can give it a little...
It's embarrassing.
Like, comment and subscribe.
It's embarrassing. But obviously I'm better now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still writing, I'm still rapping. Obviously, you know, take time, you work on it, you get better.
How did your role in BBC Lovers Rock come about?
I was waiting for this one. Still, yeah. Alright, so basically, remember I told you I met two people on set as an extra that introduced me to youth theatres. So I went to 2 different youth theatres. I went to Big House and I went to Intermission throughout the year. It was flexible. Intermission was like every other Saturday, and then Big House was every Thursday, and then the Monday to Friday thing. So I was a part of the cohort for both teams, youth theatres. At the end of the year, I put so much work in. I got lead roles in both youth theatres. I did 2 plays in the space of 4 months, and then I got my agent at the end of the year. my agent then started getting me jobs, introduced me to a casting director called Gary Davey. Didn't know nothing about Small Axe, didn't know nothing about Steve McQueen. He just said, Gary Davey would like to meet you. He just wants to see what you're about. Sat down with Gary Davey, spoke to him, I talked to him. I was honest. I said, you know what? Yes, I'm not in the best life situation right now because my circumstances was different. I'm changing. I'm just an actor, but I'm still in the hood. You get me? I still got these people around me. So I'm like, I'm being real. My cousin just died. You get me? All these things. I'm getting drawn out. You get me? But let me just stay positive. I'm here now. I'm chatting with you. So this is what it is. He took that. He saw something in me. Gave me an audition. Gave me a self-tape to learn. When I was going up for the role of... Oh, what? I went up for another role, Clifton. Mad. How can I forget? Clifton or Clinton, one of them. But my pato wasn't on point.
Yeah.
You get me? My pato was not on point because, you know, there's so much going on right now. I didn't have time to just pattern it. But he saw that potential in me. Saw that potential in me. He said, you know what? I want you on this program. Gave me a different role.
Yeah.
He gave me another role, Skinner. He said, Steve McQueen likes your look. The pato's not there, but we want you. And you're going to be a radio guy, sound man. You know, like that, DJ, sound man. You haven't really got lines like that, but you're in every party scene.
Yeah.
It's your dance. You hold the dance, you get me?
Deck time.
You get me? So I'm like, you know what, whatever. Listen, this is a dream come true. I'm starting to do my research on Steve McQueen. Obviously, all I know is 12 Years a Slave. This guy's an artist. You know, like artists, like creative doesn't even describe, it doesn't give the justice of what this guy is. You understand?
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I started doing my research and then I started, did the reading. And then that's when I met everyone on the table and I was like, raw, okay, I'm an actor now. You know, like that, I'm an actor, professional actor on set. But this was after I've been on stage.
Okay.
So I was on stage at the West End. Like, Small Axe was like my last job of my debut year of an actor. Small Axe was like around November, December, September. I did West End at the middle, and at the beginning I did a film with Ashley Chin that's coming out this year still.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't even talk too much about that one.
Big up Ashley Chin, though.
Big up Ashley Chin, my brother. You see that brother there? Different kind of brother, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we talk about saying, do you know what? I've gone, agencies looking after me, gone to audition for a role, and I'm not even, through my circumstances, I don't get this role. I look at it on two hands. On one hand, they couldn't have believed in you and said, you know what? The role you went for, you didn't get. Safe, thank you for your time. But they've said, you know what? No. Because you're an honest person. You're real. This is what's going on in my life. Hence why I wasn't 100 when I come to audition. Cool. So I feel like, for me, that's hats off there because, you know, honesty is the best policy. Whenever you're going through certain shit, it's like, cool. I can find a way to not do it, but you said, no, I'm going to do it. And you gave what was best at the time. Some say, cool, you didn't get that role. Lucky enough, they gave you another role which fit well for you. Would you say that it was your blessing? 100%. Because we go back and say, you know what, we just took 3 hours. Then my cousin just died. And now it's like, all right, cool. I don't get this role, but they still believe in me. They still want to involve me. So we're saying that has to be a blessing.
100%.
Has to be.
Nah, 100%. Like, a blessing, again, doesn't give it justice. Because obviously we know what a blessing is, but that was the first time my life changed. Like, yeah, I started to become a professional on set or on stage at the West End. Cool, I was starting to understand the lifestyle, the industry, networking, people. I was getting to change my mindset, coming out of my comfort zone. But you see, when I was on set for Steve McQueen, Love Is Rock, blessing doesn't give it justice, bro. That felt like I was supposed to be there. It felt like home. And I was like one of the only Africans in the room. Steve McQueen said, no Africans, do you understand? And I was like, I'm only African in the room and I'm there and this feels like home. This is feels like culture. One thing about me is I always grew up with Jamaicans, innit? I was a foster care, so my foster brothers or foster sisters were mainly Jamaican, innit? And I just like, grew to them. Even in school, growth just grew to them. Like energy just grew to them.
Yeah.
So like I'm African, but I'm Yardie at heart, innit? So I think Steve McQueen saw that and was like, "Yep, sad man, stay there." And everything just came natural. You seen it? Get me? It just came natural for man. It didn't feel like I was having to work. That's why it's a blessing, because it just came natural. I was on set. I was in my vibe. I was in my element. I was with my people. I was with people that I've worked with before, and I'm with new people that I'm going to work with in the future. You know, like that.
So you touched on Steve McQueen. What would you say your experience was like working under him?
Good question. It was like overwhelming. The first week, I did not know how to chat to my man. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You wouldn't.
Do you get me? First week, I'm just like, "You're right, Steve. How you did, Steve? You good?" Like I didn't even know how to chat to him, like have a whole conversation, because man's just thinking, "Raw, I'm really not supposed to be here." And again, I'm doubting myself. You get me?
Yeah.
At the beginning, I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here for a reason. So let me show them that I didn't make a mistake. You get me? So I'm just thinking, "Raw, come out your comfort zone, come out your head, use different, be creative, just be there." Do you get me? So I wasn't thinking about him the second week, because it was like a 2.5 week shoot. Second week, I just said, "Yeah, let me listen. Let me just dive in, just start talking," and just learn a lot from him. Like taking it on board and just listening. It was like, yeah, okay. It was nice. It was good. It was like, it was different. It was really different for me. Actually understanding that, like, it's all about what sat with me, what made it so beautiful, the scenes, was your senses, bro. It was about using your senses in that moment. What can you smell? What can you see? What can you taste? What can you hear? You get me? It was all about those 5 senses, using that as a part of your art. Bro, like, I never used that in he opened my eyes on that still.
Okay. So
yeah.
He's looking at it deeper.
Deeper, and that's what artists do. You get it? When you bring your art to life, it's like, you've got to go in deep. You got to make them feel how you're feeling.
Yeah.
You got to show them how your art. You know,
100%.
like
You got something within you. Something within you, definitely. How did you portray yourself to other cast members? Because we're looking at it saying, we're from the hood.
Yeah.
So I portray a certain thing, and my certain thing might not be what someone else's certain thing is. So how do you find that balance? Or what did you do? How did you portray yourself?
That's a very good question, bro.
Because I want to know, if I was to take my phone out now and say, "Yo, Jermaine, you had him on one of your sets. What kind of guy is he like?" That's what I'm interested. So how did you portray yourself?
Bruv, I was just me, fam, and that's what I am wherever I go. That's what I like about me. Wherever I go, I'm just unapologetically me. You know, like that.
So take me how I come.
You get me? That was just me. That I portrayed myself as someone that's new to this, but I could be professional. But I'm me. I'm Jigger. I'm from Housen. I can't lie. I'm me. I'm always going to be me. I'm going to obviously adjust, and obviously I'm coachable, so I'm going to learn. But I think like that's what it was. Like, at the end, I bought like the girls wore crystals, amethysts and that. And they get me, I got the man them some
yeah, some
presents.
Some
presents. I got the presents for the rest of for the cast and that.
No, that's good. So are we saying that let's take a moment.
Yeah.
Ultimately, this is who I am. What you see is what you get. And I feel like having you here today, I want to make sure the message is clear for the young youth of today. Because I think, my opinion, some of them are lost and some of them don't quite understand that, you know what, yes, you can be from this area, that area. You can be from the hood, you can be from the ghetto, but don't let the ghetto define you. And I think you said 2 things that were important. You're coachable. So, you know what, I'm not ignorant. You're able to tell me something and I can understand. All right, you know what, that's valuable. Let me take it in. And you want to learn. And I feel like some people need to remember themselves. Remember where you come from. It's a fact. This is where I come from. I come from the ghetto. I'm never going to change that. But be able to adapt to your environment. And like you said, be able to learn new things, because the ghetto isn't necessarily the right way, but it's not necessarily the wrong way. And I feel like a lot of the media will paint the ghetto to be wrong. No, because for me, the ghetto created you, and you're a success, 110% a success, and we have to admire that. So that's the ghetto. So yeah, and we do know the negative stories that the ghetto has. But that's okay. But let's try and outlook the negative and say, you know, let's shine light on the positives. And you're one of them, so you're a credit to yourself.
Thank you, bruv. What I would say is that man can't get trapped. You know, like that. That's how I felt, trapped. I can't get trapped. You can't allow them to trap you. You can't conform to this being. You know, like that. Like,
No, 100%.
yeah.
Has your sickle cell ever got in the way of any projects?
Yeah, it has. It's upsetting, but yeah, it has. It's life though, innit? Yeah. In the middle of my performance at the West End, I was on stage from June, the beginning of June to the end of August, and in the middle of that run, I caught a crisis. I was in hospital for 2 weeks. My understudy had to go on stage. If I did not have an understudy, there would have been no show at the West End. Do you understand? So it's like, yeah. And then there's a couple of opportunities I got, and then I got a crisis I had to turn down. Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It's, yeah. You can see it, like you can see
I
it.
can feel it. I can feel it's like, yeah, I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
If it didn't happen at that time, or if I didn't have sickle cell, then maybe I'm where I want to be already. But are we saying it's life? I'm rolling with it.
It's a blessing and a curse in disguise.
100%.
You know, because it's like, what can I say? Like, I can't complain. It's my life.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you understand? And it's like, I see my mum go through it, see my auntie go through it. It's what God has destined for me. There's a reason why. I'm here to inspire and motivate. Do you understand? So there's a reason why man feels like I've been deprived of certain things because of the sickle cell. But that's just showing me how strong I am. You get it? Like, it shows me that there's certain things that I'm null about. Like, it can't affect me, it can't hurt me, because I feel like that's because of the strength that I've endured during having sickle cell from young. Do you get me? Going through pain, going through that mental trauma and foster care, all of that. I feel like it's all happened for a reason, innit?
Yeah.
So I can't sit here and be like, damn, I wish I didn't have sickle cell. You don't like that?
Because then we're ultimately saying life would be different.
100%.
Because you're like, I'm living my life's good, I'm living it. So let me choose that. So yeah, 100%. What God has written for you, you accept it with open arms, and I feel like it's important also that people understand that, man. This life, if we're believers of God's anyway, we'll sit here and say that no matter what God you believe in, they wrote a life out for you way before you were even touched down on this earth. So, get me? I was listening to one thing the other day, and it was like, people worry about money, but don't you know that the money you're going to make in this life has already been ordained? You'll know. You see what I'm trying to say? So I feel like it's important. We're not stressing about the little things. Man, I think we wake up every day, give thanks, and roll with it. Whatever happens, happens. It's always remember God, but we're not going to
complain.
And we're not going to turn spiritual over here. We're not going to get me.
Yeah, I feel you.
So we both know that acting is a cutthroat industry. Yeah. How have you handled the harsh reality?
Wow, you're slapping me with these good questions. Like, I wish you would have like. Alright, cool. Say that. How do I handle the harsh reality? You see rejection. It's never been like, alright, cool, yeah, it raises my anxiety a bit, but it's never really been a problem. Like, obviously, yes, no, what can you do? Do you get me? Like, girls, money, get me, lifestyle, mindset. It's the whole thing. It's with everything. You get me? It's taking that risk. That's what it is. Putting yourself up for rejection. Do you get it? It's something that I've like had to deal with. my whole life. Remember, I grew up in foster care. And my mum was living in Harlesden. I was in Monks Park. Do you get it?
Yeah.
In my foster, do you get it? But with all this rejection, abandonment issues, attachment issues, all of that is something I've been dealing with. I can't lie to you. So it's life.
And is this why you say that, you know what, being an actor, that's my calling? Because I'm able for this rejection. Okay, you rejected me.
Don't get me wrong, bro.
Hit me.
Acting ain't my calling.
Oh.
No, it's not. My calling is something. My calling is I'm here to motivate and inspire. Do you understand? That's my calling. My calling is to give back and help. But I'm using acting as a way to do that.
As the tool.
Do you get me?
As the tool.
It's like, you get me? Acting is not the only way as well, but acting is one of my favourite passions. Like it's creative, it's art. That's my calling. Art, using art to inspire and motivate.
And engage the youth.
Yeah.
So let's touch upon that. What would be your advice for young people who want to get into acting? And if we're going deeper, what would be your advice for young people that just want to inspire the next generation? So for people our age that want to inspire the next generation, and for the youngsters that want to be actors, what's your advice for them?
I would say, unless you have to, leave your mask at the door when you step out your house. Leave that mask at the door. Unless you have to protect yourself. Obviously, everyone wears different masks for different reasons, you understand? But inside that rehearsal space, if you're meeting inside that rehearsal space, whether you're going to a youth theatre, whether you're going to rehearsals, or you're just going on set, or as an extra, whatever, if you know you're going in that industry, leave your mask at the door. Just be you. That's what people want to see. We need more of that authenticity. You feel me? You get me? That's what we need. I feel like coming to the industry, the acting industries, that's everyone's. They want to see you innit? And what you can add to the scene, or what you can add to the character. So that's what I would advise you to be, innit? Just be you, innit? But in terms of inspiring the new generation or the youth, it's a lot of patience. I would say be patient with yourself and others. Do you understand? That's how you see progress. That's how you get to measure the progress. It's being patient. Not everything happens overnight.
Like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
You know it.
Okay.
Look like you got a lot on your mind.
Nah, man. I'm just taking it in, and I feel like it's important that we all take it in, and we also, like you said, patience. Because similar to you, I do a lot of work with youth, and for me, it's all about giving back. My giving back happens to come through the form of football.
Okay.
But it's important that you said, you know what, be patient. And this made me think, you know what, sometimes I'm not patient. Sometimes I need that end result and I need it now.
Now, I feel you.
Yeah, I think looking at my role, having given back to my community and working with young youth, obviously doing that through football. When you said patience, I felt that one. Because I'm like, no, your behaviour's X. I need you to change that, and I need you to change that now. But it's almost like, as humans, we need to understand and learn patience. We're looking at, we think certain times, how many times are you patient with your missus, your friends, do some things you're looking at and like, yo, but you know what, because you're my boy, I'm easy with you. I'm going to take time. So I think once you learn that patience, and once you learn that everyone runs a different race, I also feel like some people will look at the next man and say, oh, you know what, he's doing well for himself, but we're the same age. Why am I not there yet?
That's where we come from, though, isn't it?
It's where we come from. It's almost like a envious jealousy thing. I think, no.
Yeah, it's a saying for that.
Be patient. And I feel like when everyone was screaming, Molly May's wrong, look, we all got 24 hours.
I got to say something like that.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, boy. Let's do it.
Is she wrong?
She's not wrong, but she's not right, bro. Because look at it like this. Me and you both got sickle cell. Yeah? And me and you both go for a role. A crisis might happen to me. Even though I've done everything randomly, a crisis might happen to me. I'm in hospital. You're fine.
Just on that day.
just on that day. But because on that day I'm in hospital, you've now got the role because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Do you understand, bro? That's
true.
out of my control.
It's
What can I
true.
say?
It's true.
Everyone don't have the same 24 hours, but we all have 24 hours and we got to make sure we work with it. There's
Okay.
no excuses. Don't get me
Okay.
wrong. I'm not looking for no excuse, but I don't use sickle cell as an excuse. I give it, matter of fact, I use it as a reason to go harder.
100%.
You get me? So it's like, no, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you all got 24 hours, but it's what you do with it, man. It's like, bro, like, it's how you use it. Obviously, people got different barriers in their life that they can't control.
100%.
So it's like, what can you do? If you're in hospital, you can't walk because you got a crisis. And you get it? So yeah, she's wrong, but she's right. She's right, but she's wrong. You get it?
I'm not gonna give Molly May too much airtime unless she wants to get on there and explain her 24 hours. Right now, it's all about Jermaine.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? This is 2022.
Can I touch on something you said? And I'm going to answer the question straight away. You said something about I need it now. And that's me. That's me. That's why 5 years is important that I just let the process just be process. Because my first year, look at where I'm coming, look at where we are, bro. Like, we're out on road and we're seeing people our age driving whips, 10, 12 chains on their necks, and you're thinking, wow, like, I need that. I need that now. You get it? Do you understand? It's the pressure that we put upon ourselves and that. That's why I say it's so important to be patient, fam. Do you get me? Because from the ends, it's like so much pressure. Everything. I need to get rich. I need to be a bad man. I need to do all of this now. I don't need to wait for see how my life progresses and see what happens in my life. I need this now. And that's why mine say my next 5 years is gonna be, I'm gonna be 30, bro. I'm 25. Do you understand? The next 5 years is gonna be very, very life challenge. Like, oh, there's a word. Overwhelming, underwhelming, along those lines. You know what I mean?
I'm rolling with you.
You know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be, I'm just gonna let course take course, but I know that in the next 5 years I'm gonna be a totally not different brother, but I'm gonna be in a totally different position. Do you understand?
So it's almost like I trust this process. If I do what I set out to do in my 24 hours, the rest takes care of itself. That's where I'm in my next 5 years. I continue to do what I'm doing. If anything, I go harder. Only thing I don't do is I don't go backwards, and I don't want to stay at a standstill.
Don't want to be stagnant.
Any
Never wanna be
upwards
stagnant.
progression, then we're saying, yeah, that's my 5 years, and that was destined for me. I accept that. Yeah.
Bro, honestly, because I wrote my life goals at the beginning of the year. I wrote down what things I want to happen. Like, I'm taking it year by year. And things just started manifesting, bro. I put pen to paper and then things just started manifesting. Things just started attracting, just coming to me. You get it?
Falling in place.
Falling in place, bro. So it's like, okay, let's see how that works. You get me? Just take it in, embrace it. I'm seeing angel numbers every day. Every other hour, I'm seeing the same number. It's like, all right, something's happening. Do you get it? So I don't really want to put the pressure. I don't want to force nothing. I just want to let course take its course and see how it goes. But 5 years, I know I'm going to be in a different position. I'm going to be in the position where I'm giving people power, putting people in positions. That's what I want to be. Cool, you run that, you run this, we running this, we taking care of this.
Yeah.
I might have my own. And we're going to do it as well. You know, like that. But yeah,
100%. 100%.
that's
the
all I
plan.
can say right now. Still.
Cool. Who are your idols in this life? Who's inspired you? Because the inspiration, can't just say the inspiration comes from tragedy. Yeah, it comes from an L. But who are your positive role models? Who do you look up to and say, you know what? Yeah, you've inspired me. I might not even know you. I might have just watched you on my TV, but you know what? You've inspired me.
Method Man. I don't know him like that. He wasn't in my generation when I was growing up, but I know him to be Wu-Tang Clan top dogs, and then I know him to be an actor now. And I'm seeing him, I'm watching him on my screen, and I'm just like, you're just a bad man. You are just, it's so easy and so light for you. How are you doing this? And it's like, bro, you just come in Power Book.
Yeah.
You get it? You wasn't even in the other season and you just come now and then you're taking over. Bro, if he doesn't win an award for this role he's playing, I'm gonna personally take it as an insult. As they're racist. You know what I mean, bro? They're not racist. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you 100%.
Method Man, he come to mind straight away because of where he's been, how he's been, and seeing him progression and still doing it at his age right now. Denzel Washington, another one. Top dog in this, bro. Like, even my activists like Mac Ferrari and that, you might not know of him, but he's out here, right off. You get me? He went around London and you got different people to sign his car. Just that unity. BMW convertible, you know. Didn't care, went to Hyde Park, went to all these different places and said, sign it. Sign what you want to, leave a message, leave a name, do whatever you got to do. Having the whole of London on a car, unity. That's, bro, that changed my life as well, changed my perspective. I'll say he's up there as well. There's different kind of role models for different kind of things. I won't even lie to you. My mum, up there as well. But yeah, that's the answer to your question still.
I feel you. How...
Sorry.
You said mum there, and then it was like, cool. But how do you think she's really made... What would you say her impact was for you in everything? Growing up, not being around, then being taken. How has she impacted the man you are today? The great man you are today? Let's never forget that.
You lot are, wow, trying to get me emotional here, innit? These questions, bro.
You said you want it from my heart, bro.
Bro,
I just want to know, and I want
yeah.
people, because it's serious. We have to look at it and say, people don't know what another person's experiencing until you have that conversation, because we're from the ghetto. We smile, we laugh. You don't know what I'm feeling deep down inside, but I'm saying, no, you know what? Open up. This is your platform to say, you know what? This is how I'm feeling today. This is how I've been feeling. And this is how I ride with these punches. And we say we're sitting here to inspire. And motivate. So you know what? I guarantee you that I'm going to go through what you've been through. Might not be now, might be in the next 5 years. But I guarantee my mum will die before me. So I need that inspiration. If no one else don't need it, I need it. How do you deal with it? Because I got you on Snap. I look at you day to day and we say, bro's living the good life. He ain't thinking about anything. But we know deep down, it's not always like that. It's like that, but it's not always like that. So hit me.
My mum's heart was huge. So is mine. I'm going to show you a picture of my heart in a sec. My mum's heart was huge. And I never understood why she was so lit. Just lit. She would come home and play Residential Evil on the Xbox, bro. Do you get me? Devil May Cry. Just so understanding, so down to earth. And how? Knowing the relationship you have with your mum. Knowing that your mum stole me from you. How? Knowing what you must have endured in your lifetime. Knowing that you don't get along with your family. Knowing that you're beefing, you're having sickle cell. Knowing that it's hard for you. How are you always showing so much love? I feel like she passed away and she passed it on to me. My heart, I got x-ray when I went to a crisis, yeah? My heart is this big, bro. Like, it's bigger than that. My heart is this big, and that's the first time I ever seen my heart, and I was thinking, it makes sense now. My mum passed away and her heart just merged in with mine. It's just, it makes sense now, bro. How mine's just, I'm still healing for things I don't talk about, but I keep it at the back of my mind because my mum's heart has always been strong and big. So, that's how, she never sleeps on me. Never sleeping. That's how I feel like I'm still coping. I'm still dealing with day-to-day life. It's because she is in me. You know, like that, physically, spiritually, all of that. Her heart is in my heart. So it's like, understanding how it's not over for me. This is just the beginning. I'm being put in this position because I'm tough. I'm here for a reason. I'm not here to just live my life and die. I'm here to motivate and inspire. Like you said, there's a purpose. So I need to remind myself, and this is what reminds me every day, how my mum passed, how I didn't get to know her properly, how she stayed so strong, how she backed me, how she firmed everything that I did. I took the piss, bro. And half of me regrets it because I never got to say bye. You get it? I knew her for 5 years, bro, before I got kicked out. I started living with her when I was 11. I got kicked out at 16. Then my mum passed away at 21. I didn't know her. Do you get it? So knowing this and understanding that everything happens for a reason. My God gave me this for a reason. Got to give it all to him. There's a reason.
100%.
Yeah. Tough, innit? Yeah, I know.
Tough.
But that's why, bro. That's why you see me on my snap, and that's why you see man just living my life, bro. Because man, there's a reason, fam. You get me? It may look like that, but you know what's going on.
Deeper.
You get it? It's deeper than that.
What would you say your most memorable thing about acting has been? Whether it's a set, whether it's most memorable.
Okay. Oh, there's bear, bro. I can't lie. There's so many. Remember, like, I'm from Halsden. I went to a youth theatre, and then I got an agent, and now I'm on set. Bro, it was very quick for me. So there's so many memorable moments for me, bro. The first time I got my agent, the first time I signed the contract, the first time I was on set, the first time I was an extra on Blue Story. I'm an extra on Blue Story. I'm talking to Michael Ward like, yo, my brother, I'm going to be working with you soon. He doesn't even know that. And then a year later, I'm working with him on Small Axe as a cast.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Do you understand? Bro, so many, meeting Gwendolyn Christie, having Gwen as like my G, born on the same day as me, bro. Gwen is Brienne of Tarth. If you watch Game of Thrones, you would know. Brienne of Tarth, G, general in that thing, bro. No one can't speak to her in the whole 10, 11, 12 seasons that she's in the whole thing. Bro, my G. She's my G, bro. She's born on the same day as me.
It's deeper.
Bro, it's deep, bro. There's so many memorable moments. I'm telling you, bro, she's born on the same day as man. Man, we linked up and that. It's telling me, yo, like, I wore these for you because I knew you would like them. I'm like, no way. I'm like, no way. This is my G now. Like, bro, there's so many I can sit down and tell you, bro, like, yeah, but it's been memorable, bro.
Right, it's been a good run and we're still going.
You get it, just beginning. You get it, just starting, yeah.
Cool. As we wrap it up, what are your next projects? If you can talk about them, because I'm saying for me,
boy,
I'm looking now. The people are going to be watching and we want to know, yo, Jermaine. Yeah, he inspired and motivated me when I watched this interview. The acting thing, he weren't capping about it. He does this and he's in his element.
Yeah.
So if you can tell us what you've got cooking in this pipeline, 2022 pipeline, if you can't.
I'm in a film that just finished post-production. So I'm going to be in cinemas this year.
Whoop!
God willing. It's going to happen. It's been a while. We filmed that like, 3 years ago? Like my first year, to get me, we filmed Faith with Ashley Chin in it.
Yeah.
Should be out this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed, to get me.
Watching that, like I said, big up Ashley Chin.
Big bro, top dog in this, top dog still. But yeah, film that, should be out this year. And that's one of 2 projects that I can't talk about. Yeah. But yeah, God willing, more opportunities come. You know, like, if they don't come, you know my purpose is more than just acting. So, you know, like, man's not beating myself up for it. So
100%.
I'm just glad for the opportunities that do arise, that do come. Grateful always.
And lastly, a message to end. Before we end, actually, I just want to say it's been great having you.
Thank you, bro.
You know, call this take 2, but
you know, yeah.
so sweet. Had to do it twice. What's that?
Get me? Had to do it properly. Get me?
So I'm saying thank you for coming.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me.
Straight up, we're saying 2 words that I'm gonna say, and I want you to close it. You close it. This is your floor now. Motivate and inspire. So tell the people, motivate them, inspire them before we go, and where they can find you. Instagram, Snapchat. We still want to hear those rap videos from the age of 15, but we want those in there. Where can we find you? Motivate and inspire the people for me, please.
Okay, cool. You're not gonna get those videos because it was a long time ago. But I'm not stopping. I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop being myself. I am here for a reason. My name is Jermaine. My name is Jermaine Freeman. I'm a free man. I'm here to do what my purpose is for. I feel like the only way I can motivate and inspire, I can sit here and create bare words that sound nice and you get me and you be feeling it. Yeah. But you know what I want to do? I want to show you instead. You get me? Like I want to show you what I'm capable of. Obviously, as you can see, where I've come from and what I'm doing. I want to do different things to show you that, look, like, you can't be doubting yourself, fam. You are your own enemy of progress. If you don't believe you can do it, no one will believe you can do it. 100%. That's like 101. You know, like that. So, hopefully, like, my actions in the next month, these next years, will motivate and inspire more than whatever I've said here today. You understand?
100%.
Yeah, proof is in the pudding, you know,
Proof
like
is
that.
in the pudding.
So yeah, bro.
And to end, I just want to say thank you for coming here. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, man.
Everyone that's watching, be patient with yourself, be patient with others.
Literally.
All in due time.
And pressure makes diamonds. Even though, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Pressure makes diamonds. Don't ever forget love.
And like, word to Molly. 24 hours, B.
Say that. Now we gotta talk. We gotta talk about money.